It's Jim McCord, and I'm here to talk to you today about follow up. I got a Facebook message from a lady who purchased my book, and she says she absolutely loves the book. Got a Facebook message from her this morning, and the message was, Jim, I've sent 4 custom greeting cards out. I don't remember if she sent gifts or not, but I've sent 4 custom greeting cards out to 4 expireds. I haven't heard anything yet. What am I doing wrong? Well, the magic in sales, real estate sales, or any kind of sales is always in the follow up. And, I started, if you've read my book or if you watch my videos, I started sending greeting cards out like this about 10 years ago to get listings for sale by owners and expireds. Put a picture of their house on the front, and on the inside of this card is a message from them. And on the back, sometimes I put their house, sometimes I put my something about me. But I started doing that for sale by owners and expires 10 years ago, and it worked phenomenally, phenomenally. And I can say this, sometimes when you do this regularly and you do it every day, 1 or 2 or 3 a day, every day, you will get calls from that first card. Whether you send the gift or not, you will get calls. But most of the time you won't. The magic in sales, especially real estate sales, is always in the follow-up. Now, using cards like this sets you apart. I mean, there's no question it sets you apart, and they might be impressed. But if that's the only time they hear from you, they're probably going to list with the person that's hounding them over the phone. So that's what I have to tell you is you have to do follow up. Now, I'm also a real estate coach, and I coach 7 different methods of follow up. The reason I do that is I learned 10 years ago when I started doing my system that people don't like cold phone calls. We don't like it. They don't like it. Almost every other realtor in your market, that's their follow-up. Phone call, phone call, phone call, phone call every day. So when you use different methods of follow-up, and I'll give you a couple examples, drop letters. If you read my book, you know what a drop letter is. You can use more drop letters. It's not just like one drop letter, just like not one card needs to be sent. You can do multiple drop letters, the 2nd day, the 5th day, the 10th day. Facebook messages, LinkedIn messages, if you can find them on there, and there's 3 other ones. Anyway, you need to do the follow-up. You need to send these cards to for sale by owners or expired, just like that. Picture of their house on the front, put some kind of message, and on the inside, a message from you. Put another picture of me on that one, and on the back, actually, on this one, I put their house. That was a for sale by owner. And along with that, I'd never met these people. I'd never talked to them. They got this card along with this mug, same photo, their house. Tell me that doesn't set me apart. It's phenomenal. So again, you need to start out with the drop letter and then send the card. If you can afford the gift, send the gift because you will get a better response. But you don't drop it after that and wait to hear from them. You do follow-up, and you continue to do follow-up every day or every other day with an expired listing until they list with you or someone else. That's what you have to do. The magic's in the follow-up. And now with for sale by owners, you don't want to call them or prospect them through Facebook message, LinkedIn message, drop letter. You don't want to send them a card every day. You don't want to do those things every day with a for sale by owner because they may not make a decision for a month or 2 or 3. But the expired homeowner is going to make a decision soon. With them, you need to follow up every day or every other day. I'm just going to show you a couple other mugs. I sent this one to myself. That's a listing we have up in Lake Michigan near Traverse City for $4.5 million. Now, whether you're prospecting or you're sending this to a client as a thank you who buys this, they're never going to throw these mugs away. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. You can also send the banner season that I use now, just a few weeks ago, added water bottles. So now you can send water bottles. This particular one I sent to my daughter. She's a beach body coach, and she absolutely loves it. But imagine sending a water bottle with a photo of a home that a buyer of yours just bought. They're going to really appreciate that. Maybe you put their family picture on the front, on the top that you got from Facebook, and a photo of the home down below. Anyway, bannerseason.com, it's really powerful stuff. The cards, the gifts, it sets you apart. But again, the message for today is follow up. Now, I have gotten plenty of listings from just sending that first card, or that first card with either brownies or cookies or a gift. They do call you sometimes. I'm going to say 10% of the time, as the experience I've had. But if you do the follow up and don't just count on them to call you after that first touch, you're going to get a much better percentage of listing appointments. All right, you guys know this book, Revolution Real Estate Sales. I wrote it 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. It sold over 17,000 copies now. It became a bestseller. You can get that on Amazon for $9.95. And Gary Keller's book, The One Thing. These are the two books I coach out of. This one tells you to learn how to focus. And what I'm going to tell you to do is focus on expired listings, and some for sale by owners, but mainly expireds. And this will teach you how to get the appointment with those for sale by owners and expireds. All right, thanks guys if you watched to the end of the video. And remember, the magic to sales is always, always in the follow-up. Got to do follow-up. Have a great day.